What is going on, guys? It's Justin from the J Media back with another video. Today we'll be doing a comparison video between two really special sports cars, the Honda S2000 and the Toyota Supra. So here both cars are. So starting over here, this is a 2007 Honda S2000. This belongs to myself. And over here we have a 2020 Launch Edition Mark V Toyota Supra, and this belongs to my brother. So both these cars from the factory, they're really special sports cars. They are purpose-built sports cars. The Honda S2000, this car is discontinued now. They made the AP1 and AP2 generation from 1999 all the way up to 2009, and after that Honda discontinued this Roadster. They are rear-wheel drive. Depending on the AP1 or AP2, it either comes with a 2-liter F20 engine or the 2.2-liter F22 engine in the AP2. They come as convertibles. Most of them does have the soft top, but in the final year, the Honda S2000 CR comes with a hard top. But yeah, they're rear-wheel drive. Only comes in a manual transmission, a 6-speed manual transmission. Yeah, like I said, naturally aspirated, not turbocharged or supercharged. Even to today, it still makes a really fun sports car. And moving over here, like I said, this is the Launch Edition Mark V Supra. So they started production in 2020, which is what this model is. And when they first came out, they only came out with one model with the 3-liter turbocharged B58 engine. Right now they offer a turbocharged 2 liters turbocharged 4-cylinder engine versus the 6-cylinder engine. So you have two different powertrains, two different options when it comes to the Mark V Supra. I know a lot of guys compare the Mark IV to the Mark V Supra. The Mark IV Supra is more of a straight line car. A lot of people build it for the drag strip. Versus the Mark V Supra has proven to be a really capable track car, time attack car, just like the S2000. You also see these things in drifting sometimes, which is pretty cool. So the car only comes with an automatic transmission. Some people say there's been rumors that they'll come out with a manual transmission version or convertible version. All that is not confirmed just yet. But yeah, this car, compared to the S2000, the S2000 is an older discontinued car. This car is more than 10 years newer, so a lot more infotainment, technology, and stuff like that into the car. And even though both are sports cars, it's just pretty hard to compare. So they came at a different price point. The Honda S2000, I believe, when they were selling brand new at the Honda dealership, they were around like the high 30-something thousand range, almost 40K price tag. The Mark V Supra, if you get a base model, they come in the base, the premium, and the launch. At the time that this 2020 Supra was bought, the base you're looking at about like mid 50s, 53, 55K, and it goes up more for the launch edition. In some cases 70K. I've even heard of above 100K some of the launch editions being sold for. If you guys are wondering why is the launch edition special, it's because there's only 1,500 of these ever made in the world. It has this dash signed by the CEO of Toyota, and like I said, each of them have a serial number. Not every single dealership gets one. Some things that might be a little bit different from the launch edition compared to other models is it come with the red center mirror caps, the red leather seats, the launch edition wheels. So small little packages that look a little bit different. It's more like a collector's item, I guess, so to speak. Power wise and everything's the same. So I got the opportunity to drive both cars. I own the S2000 and my brother owns the Mark V Supra, but I've also had a chance to drive that car. It's just so hard to compare them. Like I said, I know a lot of people like to compare both cars. Right now in the used car market, they're both at different price points. The Mark V Supra, if you get one used, you could probably find it around the 50K, 55K price range. Again, we're not sure if they're going to hold value or go up in value like the Mark IV Supras. Time will tell. The S2000, on the other hand, has been slowly going up in value. If you were to find one with lower miles, real clean and stock, you know, 25K, it's an average budget you should set aside. I've seen some really clean examples go for 40K. I've even seen one with real low miles go for above $100,000, which is insane. But yeah, like I said, both really fun cars. I would love to have seat time in both of these cars at the track. I haven't yet. I've seen a lot of S2000 track cars over the years. And I like to believe the Mark V Supra is like the S2000. It's almost like a modern S2000 on the track. You see a lot of these Mark V Supras now on tight attack racing on the racetrack. So that's pretty cool. And like I said, since it's a fairly new platform, aftermarket parts are just, you know, slowly being developed for it over the years. So yeah, it's a fun car. Out of the box, the Mark V Supra makes more power. Power-wise, I think it's right around the 350 horsepower range. Pretty high in torque as well. Again, it has a 3-liter turbocharged 6-cylinder B58 engine versus the S2000. Some might find it a little underwhelming, but back in its day, it has the highest horsepower per liter displacement, so super awesome. This power-wise makes about 237, so let's just say about 250 horsepower. So you're talking about almost 100 horsepower less. S2000 is a lighter car. It is a smaller car. Both car only has 2 seats, no back seats in the Supra as well. Like I said, very different. The Mark V Supra, you know, you could use it as a daily driver. I think I've seen some people daily these cars. You could also use it just as a weekend cruiser or trek car. S2000, some people say you could daily drive it, but to be honest, it is a pretty small car. Not too much trunk space. Don't get me wrong, both cars are really fun cars to drive. They're just really different. They're from different generations, you know. Like I said, 2007 to 2020, this has all your modern day amenities like Apple CarPlay, you know, Bluetooth, all that good stuff. You know, even on the suspension from the factory stock, you have stuff like adjustable dampening. You have your steering wheel controls. You know, can adjust stuff on your seats, lumbar support, all that good stuff. On the S2000, although it's really ahead of its time, I think over the years, it's just hard to compare a car like this to a modern day car. I personally think that the styling of the S2000 has stayed really up to date, really modern. Like I said, they designed this car back in 1999 when they first came out in the AP1 generation. And even today, 2022, almost 20 years later, the car still looks like, you know, a pretty modern car. Even in stock form, you know. Once people modify it with aftermarket bumpers, hoods, stuff like that, some people can't even tell that this is a Honda S2000 anymore. So yeah, the aftermarket platform for the S2000 is so plenty. You can choose so many different front bumpers, fenders, hood. There's so many options. On the Mark V Supra, since it's a fairly new platform, it's still getting there. When my brother first bought this car, he was looking at a bunch of like body kits and stuff, and to be honest, it was hard to find. But now, 2 years later, a lot of companies already rolled out, you know, different front bumper designs, different hood designs, but body kit, white body kit, stuff like that. So, with time, more aftermarket support on the Supra. So, it's a tough choice if you were to ask me if I were to pick only the S2000 or the Supra, which would I pick? I would say if you're an owner looking to buy either cars, good thing to look at is your price budget. What's your budget looking like? I think if I were to pick and both of these cars were in the same price point, I think the S2000, you know, in today's standard is definitely kept up really well. Yes, it doesn't have your modern day amenities, stuff like that, but it's a true driver's car. And to me, what a true driver car mean is it's 2 doors, 2 seats, rear wheel drive, NA engine, high revving, manual transmission. So this pretty much encompasses what a true driver's car is. Like I said, there's a lot of other true driver's car out there by different manufacturers, like Porsche makes them, like you know, there's so many other different true driver's car. But the S2000, I think for the money, it's a lot of car. And that's the reason why these cars have been appreciating over the years. S2000 parts have been going up in price. The Mark V Supra, like I said, if you want a modern day car with, you know, power, a punch, just right from the factory, this car is the way to go. Some people love it, some people hate it. I know, because, you know, it was a collaboration with BMW engine, the B58, mainly BMW interior, almost BMW everything. The struts, the parts on it, all manufactured by BMW. Only few stuff that Toyota pretty much did was I think the styling and the tune on it. But it's a gorgeous car. It's one of those cars that breaks necks everywhere. Because it's fairly new, a lot of people still don't really know what it is. And if I would have to say, I think out of Toyota, the Supra is probably the best car that ever came out of Toyota. Whether it's the Mark IV, the Mark V, Mark III, Mark II Supras. Same with the S2000 out of Honda. One of the best cars that ever came out of this brand is the S2000. Yes, there's the NSX as well, but I'll save that for a different time. NSX is also at a whole different budget, so yeah. But I think all in all, can't go wrong with the S2000 or the Mark V Supra. Both just really awesome cars, really great platforms, great drivers cars. So yeah, I hope you guys like this little comparison video. And like I said, I hope you guys like this video. If you guys did, leave a thumbs up. If you guys have any questions at all about the Mark V Supra or the S2000, let me know in the comment section below. Like I said, all these mods on this car are documented on my YouTube channel. Since the first day the Mark V Supra was bought, every single mod, you can see it on the channel. Same with the S2000. This is the car that I picked up just in January, so I've only had this car from now about 2, almost 3 months, so it's fairly new to me. It's been a car that I've always wanted, one of my attainable dream cars. The Supra is a car that my brother just so happened to get. He loved the whole heritage of Supra, and it's just a special car. So again, if you guys stayed to the end, leave a thumbs up, hit the subscribe and notification bell. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.